Greetings, greetings, all divine beings. Oh. It is Witchy Poo coming back to you with another video. If you're feeling kind, please subscribe. Without further ado or delay, sorry, I'm making a mess that wasn't here before. Liam Payne, guys. So I believe he is the last member of One Direction we need to go over. So we're going to get into it at this very moment. Sorry, I thought it was a lot better before I turned the live button on, and then I spilled all of my incense, so I've got a mess going forward. But we're here. All right, give me 1 second. He is a Virgo. What you looking at, Rixie? That thing looks so dirty, so I gotta put something on it real quick. I think that gave enough time for people to come in. So Liam is a Virgo. He will be the last remaining member of the One Direction series. I'll try to put it maybe on a separate playlist if you guys would like to find it easier. So we're just going to get started and see what comes through in the past, present, and future. Like I mentioned, Liam is a Virgo, no disrespect to the non-living, but we know all about that, right? All right. Okay, here we go. Thank you guys for being a part of the tribe. Virgo. The present and the future are thin. Extremely thin in the present on the bottom of the deck. It's the Six of Wands. Leo, fire energy is here. And in the future, the Ten of Cups. And this is also Pisces energy, and it is also in reverse in the emotion of a alignment that's no longer or has gone wrong. Okay, spirits. Could you give us a basis of any information you have on the Virgo, Liam Payne? We've got love, very first card. Could you give us more through the Literary Witches deck? Got the Hedgehog. And then we've got perspective, Gertrude Stein for the final card. Hi, Jose. Hi, Strictly. I don't know what's going on with love as Sappho being the very first card in the past. Could you tell us about that? You got the Two of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. You got Aquarius, the Star, no more hopeless, with the complete hopeless feelings. And then the Six of Wands again. Now, when we were drawing the cards on the bottom of the deck and we did the split, the Six of Wands was in the future and it was in reverse. And Leo energy, like I said, fire is here. There's a lot of recognition or reward that's in the past tense. I mean, I feel like it could just be in general, people loving who he was as a person, and how he left was just not it, right? So this love could come from just the general public of just really recognizing who he was as a person, a singer, a talented individual. But pride is also here with love. That makes me feel like this is where hopelessness comes in, as far as not wanting something anymore. I'm not sure why a lack of monotony is here. That word really is difficult to understand because he's no longer present. But because this is the past tense, I'm really feeling like this is a borderline of negativity that he experienced. It's there, baby. He just walked up. Jeez. He just walked up. It's there. But because we have the number 8 with that star, you know, this is a forever kind of thing with Capricorn. Now, the Two of Pentacles is a balance and something that's resourceful. This could have just been who Liam was in general. Something that's very strong to do with his rooted ability or talent and skill. And because this is all past tense, um, I'm just really feeling like this has something to do with a connection or a adaptability he had to kind of get used to for some reason. What does all this mean? Should you can have them fries. I don't want them. Chase, take those headphones off. You can have the fries and the other one. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm fully focused now. I just didn't have time for lunch. Okay, so the lantern is here, and this is a light that I feel that has now been put out and lost. But the lantern really means guidance, instincts, and trust. So this really could relate to some sort of earth energy he trusted, the love he felt in the past tense, possibly with this Leo energy and fire. But there is some hopelessness here, and I just feel like, yeah, them fries.
Put these in the other.
No, just take the fries.
Oh.
The other one's yours, and that one's Dad's when he comes. All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So to see that this is really saying something about trust, let's find out more with the hedgehog, because now it just seems like this is regarding people rather than the perspective of us as fans, fanatics, or the ones that worship idols. Hedgehog, what does this mean? All right, in the present, you got the Eight of Swords, you got the Knight, and then you got the Three. To have the Three come up next, I'm really feeling like with the love in the past, there was a connection here between three of them, but now there's two in the present. And with the hedgehog, let me go to that, vulnerability and hiding the heart. So with the Three, Capricorn, the Eight, and then the Knight, I'll start with Gemini first. This Eight of Swords. Eight is all over this thing, and I really feel like Liam was paralyzed or powerless over his instinct, over maybe saying something that may have hurt other people's feelings, but it was truth and all honesty on what he was doing or what he was saying. This also comes in as a restricted feeling because he may have been put on some restriction for doing such things. But this is all in the present tense, so please. The Sagittarius and the Scorpio energy makes me really feel that he really was courageous in doing something, but I feel like it was speaking. It was doing something that maybe hurt, but it was blunt energy, right? People don't like when you say things that are directly the truth or on your mind. Anything like that becomes absurd to people's lives. But I'm really feeling that he definitely was a free spirit, and he is some sort of hero, even though he's no longer here on this planet. He went out in the sense to, I feel like, take a stance on something we may not know about as far as the public goes. There is a lot of things that feel in an effort and collaboration with two other people. He has a still connected bond for some reason with these two boys, with these two equals. There is there's still some sort of teamwork happening here in the present, and he's not here, and I'm not sure how this could possibly happen. What does this mean? Who's the teamwork with? Okay. Quiet growth hidden in peace. Peace. I think we're going to draw 6 cards. Let's keep going, please. We're going to keep going. What's the perspective in the final card for Gertrude Steen? What does this mean in the future? We're going to draw 6, guys. We got the 5, Taurus energy. There's the shaman. We got the 4. Okay, we can't do that. We got the 4, the 5, 4, 10, 5. All right, let's take a little moment here. I'm going to start with the 10 of Pentacles, because the perspective does help me see that something wasn't solid here, and it's not in the future, obviously, right? But just because it's not solid because of his life not being here at this time, This is like some sort of money they may be fighting over to split because something was not signed, or they may be fighting over profits during this time privately behind closed doors. And if he's part of a group, he's part of this band. When you have POAs, power of attorneys, you have stuff like that, you got to split it evenly, even though these people are no longer here. There could be a serious breaking like point in some sort of financial dispute that they're having behind closed doors here in the future. And because this Cancer energy comes in as non-peaceful, this really makes me feel that people are beginning to lose some sort of patience, or they're being lazy over something that's really gifted. I don't know what that means. He may have a different or may not have had something spread out as to where a certain amount of money went to somebody. But with this 5, there is an inability to understand something financially with this Pentacles. There's a big hardship and struggle. And I don't know if it's the perspective of the family members that are left, or this contract, this paper. But something here is light, and it's not evenly split. Thank you, spirits. Thank you. Thank you. With this 4 of Cups, more Cancer energy coming in. This is all about some sort of materialism, security coming in, even though he's no longer here. R.I.P. to him, and no disrespect, please, to the family. I really don't want to have that kind of energy. But as if you're a poo and you've been here more than 24 hours, you kind of gotten the vibe of how we do things. So adults, please, like minds. But seriously, on this 4, this self, that when we see that number, we know we're talking about some feelings that have not been resolved. You've got some possessiveness over something that I feel could easily be resolved, but people are not doing what they're supposed to, or maybe that's why he was cut off. What does all this mean? We're going to draw 3 more. We got some sort of power struggle happening as far as financial issues, and this could be all regarding the family or the contract, some sort of industry. There's some sort of death clause that they snuck in, and somebody got extra money. Please, there's something going on with contracts. Let's draw 3 more cards. Let's draw 3 more, please. I'm not going to end it like that. You got fate. This is past tense. Make sure y'all can see it. Let's keep going, please. 3 more. You got the wall. Something that's protected and hidden. And then you got family. So family is definitely here. Shit. All of the cards. No, not the cards. The book. Sorry. All right. So family is here. Shirley Jackson. Fate. When it comes to Eileen Chang, we don't see her very often, but when we do, we know she's here for a specific reason. All right. So let's find out. Eileen Chang means events falling into place or some sort of acceptance. Also, outside forces have their hands on some blood here. There is it just really feels like this past tense, something was set up to have something diabolical or just completely benign happen here. What does this mean with the fate in the past tense? You got the world, the success, the accomplishments. There was something to be taken from him. Aries energy is next with the 3 of Wands, and then the Ace. 4 again. This has a lot to do with self and who he was as far as an outspoken person. These are all in reverse now, so we are on the repressed emotion. I'll start here with the world. Capricorn, Aquarius, Saturn is here with Scorpio. There's a feeling of incompleteness here from the past, because I don't believe a lot of people think that his fate should have turned out like that. There is also a some kind of request under a moonlight setting to get something accomplished. It doesn't feel settling. It doesn't feel right. It is because of lack of success, or just not wanting to share some sort of tie, not wanting to split something evenly. And then people change, like the chameleon here. People change their mind, the salamander, whatever you want to call it. There's a lack of energy and creativeness here. But I don't think that this is coming from anybody but him from the past tense. He may have just been feeling along those lines of just not feeling it. You know, people just, they get into depressed modes like, oh, I just don't feel worthy, and the woe is me mode, you know. There is a lot of delays here in the past, but it's all through fate on something that really feels like it wasn't going to last. No growth in this. Big obstacle. He may have been playing himself small and not wanting to come out and give more creative energy, more passion, more fire. Mushrooms here. He really did not want to. He didn't want to. He had peace. He had peace away from the public eye. He knew something was coming, so he ran away. There's the vision. There's the bees. The two boys, the two he's close to know something. They know something. They know something. He was really close in the past tense with two of them. And he worked hard to stay away from something. And I think that's why he was out of the country or out of the states. He was running from something he had that was, it feels like treasures. And he was working at it, but not maybe fast enough here for someone. But when we see Virginia Woolf, we know that vision has to come through and kick in at any moment when somebody requests of something, especially if you're under contract, if you're under a deal, if you're under a bind, if you're under something that you have to produce or do something in the nick of time. So when it comes to Virginia Woolf, it's innovation and limitations here. That's all past tense. Why do we have this wall? Oh, my story's all messed up. Sorry, guys. I'm all over the place because the cards are just, I'm trying to make sure they're in the screen for y'all. What's with the wall in the present tense? You got the Death card, Scorpio energy, the Two of Wands, the two boys again, two. He's really close with he was really close with like three of them. They maybe have called themselves the Three Amigos all the time here. I want to start with this Two of Wands in reverse, this Aries energy, because this definitely is a bad planning in the present that's happening, a real bad plan. Somebody has overanalyzed some truths or maybe avoiding them. And I say that because this wall is very protected. And it also feels that there's a boundary or some sort of obstacle that they were trying to get over. That's why they did this. As far as like taking him out of something where he's no longer living. Here's the graveyard. But the Eight of Pentacles is here. That 8 here is, again, and I need y'all to check for the fans of the group if 8 is in his chart somewhere. I did not look. I just go with the signs. I'm an energy reader. So the fact that we have 8 over 3 times already today, this really lets me know that not only was he committed to who he was as an artist, but he definitely had a lot of skill and talent. So he definitely wasn't the one that couldn't sing. He definitely has a skill and mastered his total ability. I don't think marriage either was a part of his reality. But because the graveyard and the death card comes up next in the present tense, I mean, this just really makes me feel that somebody was in fear of change or fear of him speaking up again. And this time it really would have pushed something that went forward that was dark and reaperish for a lot of different people. He had a lot of faith, whether it was a specific religion or not. He never gave up as far as, praying or having some sort of solitude in silence to give thanks to someone. I think we'll just keep going. There's no need for a part 2. I'm going to draw 3 more cards and find out if we can see who had a connection to do what they did to him. Family, what does this mean with Shirley Jackson, please? We've got the Chariot, Cancer energy. Cancer's all over this thing, so Cancer may have a lot to do with the diabolical plan of ending. And then we have the Ace of Swords, followed by the 3 of Cups, Cancer, one more time in the MF building. All right? I'll start here with this 3 of Cups, the Witch. In the future, there is some sort of teamwork here, and this could just be the family trying to get some answers in an effort. And if it's not answers, it's definitely some sort of social event, because they may have been trying to plan a memorial or a remembrance and collect some sort of dividends, but it may have been blocked for whatever reason, because the Ace of Swords is here. Not only is this the truth coming to you at this time, but it's like they have visions, they have new ideas to put out for him, but it may just be not going to the proper place, or maybe funneling to other people that are greedy, I just feel. But money's all over this thing as far as wanting to give recognition and power and victory to what he did and how he was here. Like they say, we were here. But because there's some control coming over that's really, really strong and victorious, it just feels like everything that tries to happen with the 8 and the 7, we're walking in the direct path. Thank you. There's a lot of things you miss when you're trying to read these cards, but I had to mention that. But when it comes to like this focus and control over some sort of contract, still in death, he's going through that. Let's draw. What does all this mean? Did I do that? Let's do 2, because I didn't do the past. What's the future, please? All right, you got the white dress, and then you got endurance. So the white dress is society and appearances. And then endurance is Anna Akhmatova. And this young lady represents endurance, but staying with pain, avoiding pain, and some sort of patience. This young man definitely was on the run from something that he knew was coming over his head. He may have gotten a warning just from being so spiritual and having faith. It's like him and Neil may have did a prayer thing, praying all the time. I see hands coming together and making sense, making things align. We're going to draw 3 more cards. In the spirit of Liam, who did this to him? What's going on? You got the eyes. They watch all of them. You got the devotion. It's definitely somebody in the music industry that owed him something or felt that they did. And in the fantasy world of thinking that you're just going to live on this earth in the industry and have it without them taking it. All right, so this I means in the past tense, seeking answers, seeking clearly, and paying attention. Could you give us an idea, clue, who was watching and who had their eyes on taking Liam out for whatever reason, please, spirits? You got the 7. You got the 8. 8 and 7 is here. 7, 8, 7, 8, 8, 7, 8, 7, 7, 8. You got 7, you got 8, and you got 9. Here we go. I'll start here. Leo is definitely involved. Pisces, Sagittarius energy, so a lot of fire. They were very angry for whatever reason. And it really just feels like over some sort of competition or him defending himself, wanting to be protective. See, the mouth is still open even though it's mummified. So we know that Liam spoke up. He spoke his freaking mind. There's no doubt about that. And the people that watched in the past tense did not like what he was about to speak up on or beginning to get with. He was getting ready to do something in his feelings. But whatever it is, he just let it go. He was going to just leave it be, and these people just didn't get the feeling that he would. It would so be. They just felt that he was lying. He definitely was searching for truth and trying to escape a lot of people. Even when he traveled, he was on the move, looking. These people feel that whatever it is that he was about to mention was very close to ruining a lot of successful people. See, these boys aren't from the States. They're not from here, I don't believe. He was very close to the grit. He was very close to something, but he was freaking tired. And whatever information he had, he was definitely getting ready to set the house on fire. The lantern is here again, so he definitely had a light, and he had some sort of power. He had something that he wanted to say, and he wasn't afraid to speak about it. But because this Leo and Pisces are here, it really makes me feel Sagittarius is involved because of the scare. Just feels like scared. You didn't pop out, but you popped over. Come on out, please, and double down and tell us what this means. He definitely was brave, and he fought back here to other people. The way that he fell or something, a woman may have been a distraction that was kind of around or clouded him somehow. Joy Harjaro is letting me know that he definitely fought hard and like movie form, like a live action hero. Why do we have devotion? What does this mean in the present sense with the music? There's the fight again with a Leo. The fire energy is here. The Aries, the magician, somebody who thought that they, or they don't think, they still know that they're in some sort of control. And then the Emperor, Aries again. But they may be losing it because of guilt. With the devotion, this young lady's name is Mirabai. Worship, passion, and the sublime. And when I told you he was a spiritual guy and leaned on faith, he definitely did that. And he may have done that with Neil. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, baby puppy. Every day. I'll start here with the magician. Because this Virgo energy is him being resourceful with something. And he was logical. He was using all logic. And whatever he had definitely would have changed the whole tide or turn of this industry setting. And I think that these people knew his skill or some sort of power it would get him or take away from them. And because Emperor is here next, that just means that they abused their power. They abused him. They may have been doing it since he was a kid because he would speak up on stuff, and they pulled him off to the side in private and said, hey, stop being stubborn. Stop being so excessive. There was a lot of control over this young man for whatever reason, more than the other four. So I don't get that. I don't understand. I'm trying. He had no lack of discipline, but they felt that way. They felt, you always got to be combative, Liam. Just do what I say. I got goosebumps. For whatever reason, do what I say comes out for no apparent reason, but he was a free spirit. I don't understand this. He worked hard at whatever he was doing. I don't know, whatever instrument or whatever backup keynotes, but he definitely wasn't the one that couldn't hold a note. He was efficient and definitely a practical, just a regular singer, a warrior at best. And he fought the hell out of these people to get out of this. You got the rabbit. I'm sorry. He was waiting. He was waiting for this to happen. The final card is Fantasy, Emily Bronte. We're going to wrap it up here. Leo's energy is here, Sagittarius. Emily Bronte is the she's usually the last one, but I feel like these women jump around on this damn book. I promise you. I'm sorry, guys. This was dwelling, indulging, and hiding. So when he was trying to skip or get out of this place or wherever he was to go to the next town, that's what he was doing, but he knew it was about to go down. Final time, final round. You got the King of Cups. You got the Six of Swords. And then you got the Two again. Cancer is involved. There's definitely a Cancer energy that did the majority of this work. I'll start here with the Six of Swords. I'm sorry, I just got really down, so I just want to get out of here now. I guess he really accepted the departure from this group or this whole adventure. I believe he knew accepting him speaking up too much or saying something to the wrong person would eventually get him caught up. He still was devoted as to being a great singer, but you can't fight against greedy people, especially with money. Because people that have status and wealth, they'll feel you're wasteful and they'll get rid of you just like that, dripping out like honey, real slow. And the fact is, Libra energy is unbalancing this Scorpio. Those three boys he held on to the most. He really had a connection with them, and I think that's why they took it the hardest. I don't know which ones they are. Maybe we'll do a short if you guys engage and let me know who's the three he was connected with the most. But because we have a young man who definitely had, he recognized all chaos. He recognized things that he became overly committed to with the enjoyment of the benefit. I just really think that he knew something he was going to speak up on that became too close to overwhelming a lot of people. And it did. Let's draw one more card and end it. Thank you guys again. You got the Ghost. Thank you, spirits. The Ghost means memories, what haunts you. And I swear to God, guys, unfinished business. Let me go to it so you can see it for yourself. There's a lot of unfinished business to do with this young man.